here in this urban offense, so we'll see if he can keep.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. A look at the now.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that.
It got his man complete. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. Great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. First and 10, it's Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. A handoff on the option to Singletary. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
3rd and 1. Guard on 3rd and 1. So they'll come up first and 10 now. The 33. Stroud looking to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there. And they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back in the...
How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield. Put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Stroud.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Hook up a 15 yards there. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 21 yards away, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good,
and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Stroud sets up the play action.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Some of the fans here.
This shows on the scoreboard.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Here goes Stroud again.
And now another one thrown incomplete. Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He's got this to Pickens.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time.
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Pierce now up the middle.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. There he goes, right side.
And he will step out of bounds all the way up at the 45-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them.
1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And quickly, they get to the line.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. They run again with Harris. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Pushing and fighting his way in for a and the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Blankenship out for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now out comes Houston.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right.
That one down the field for Freiermuth.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And Stroud now to throw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Levi Wallace with a pick. Inside the 10.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Houston set to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Meanwhile,
and he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that ball is caught by Washington. Touchdown, Steelers. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the fourth. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Stroud now on 2nd down. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Over the middle, that's caught by Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The throwing again is Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Now a 2nd and 6. Stroud working out of the gun.
Open man is Noah Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Again, it's Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. running, passing. He's made all the right decisions, but that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fielded at the 20. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just